Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Cloud and Data with Kaushik. So today in this session we are going to discuss how we can create our or we can configure our Ubuntu operating system in the AWS EC2 instance, and also we can configure Apache web server inside that Ubuntu system, right? So I already discussed how we can configure our Windows system, Windows OS, and how we can configure that IIS web server in the previous session, right? And now from this session, we're just discussing that how we can configure our Ubuntu, the operating system here, Ubuntu instead of Windows, and server is Apache instead of IIS. Okay, same thing, but that operating system and server that will be changed. Okay, I hope my agenda is clear to all of you, and I'm clearly audible to all of you, right? Now, without any delay, let's get started. So we are inside that console.home. That is my EC2, means this is my console homepage, right? This is the AWS console dashboard, right? And you can see that recently I have visited this kind of services, so that is why these services are top most frequently used services are showing over there, right? And this is my username, and I am inside that US West origin, and this is my region. Okay, just click on the EC2. You can see one service EC2. Either you can click over here, or if you are the very first time you are landing in that console, then you can also search EC2 over here. So you can see in the services EC2, and it's showing virtual servers in the cloud. Okay, and also you can go from there all services. So you might be familiar, all the services are showing over there. Okay, so you can see the group is already be there, like compute service. EC2 is a compute service, Lambda, so many services are there. AWS output, Elastic Beanstalk. So this is the group wise link also be available in your dashboard. Okay, so just either any of the link you can go in the EC2. My main motto is that you have to go inside the EC2, right? So click the EC2, and you can see that this is the EC2 dashboard. Okay, and EC2 dashboard, some others links also be there, like instances. How many instances are there? Two instances. Out of two instances, how many instances are running? There is also two instances are running. Okay, and security group that I have used 7, those information is there. So just click on the instances. Okay, you can see only two instances are running, and that is some Windows, other that different Windows operating system that I am using. Now I am creating that Ubuntu operating system from here. Okay, so same thing, you have to go and launch your instance. Just click launch your instance. Okay, you can click and launch your instance. So just you can write the name of your instance, like Ubuntu OS instance, or any name as per your choice. You can provide. Okay, that not very big deal. You can add any name, and that in my case I add this Ubuntu. Okay, and same, instead of choosing that Windows earlier demo, we choose the Windows, right? So instead of choosing that Windows AMI, I have to choose the Ubuntu AMI. Okay, just click, and you can see that Ubuntu AMI is selected. You can also browse your more AMI. Okay, so you just click browse more AMI. Okay, you can see that verified provider, and always you can check that free tier eligibility and that verified provider. Okay, so you can see that quick start AMI 47 is available commonly, and my AMI, I have not created any AMI as of now. And also you can see that And now you can see that this is my Ubuntu, and this is the verified provider and free tier eligibility is selected, right? And you have these available AMIs, right? You can start your quick start AMI. You can start from the marketplace also, and you have also that community AMI. So 500 is available. 92054 for AWS marketplace AMI is available. Quick start AMI is 47 available, right? So, and as of now, I don't have created any AMI for custom AMI. I have not created. So, I have choose that Ubuntu for this demo. Okay. So, here free tier and verified provider is available. Go and just select it. Okay. You can select this. Now, I already have selected that AMI, and next task is that. Okay. So here you can see I have already choose that AMI from catalog. You can also add that recent. You can also add that quick start. Okay. These all the options are available over there. Mm, you can add from that quick start. Okay. So you can see that Ubuntu I have selected. I hope I don't. Is there no confusion still now, right? We are good to move. Okay. And then just a minute, I just select this quick start. You can also check from the catalog. Okay, every you can anywhere you can you can select, right, from quick start, from your AMI, from catalog, anywhere you can choose. That's not an issue. And you can see that free tier eligibility. I already told that free tier eligibility you have to check. And in this demo, I just choose 20.04 LTS. LTS means long term support. Okay. So, and also we have to check that free tier eligible is marked or not. And these the options are available, right? SSD volume type, root device type, EBS elastic block storage, ENA enabled is true. So I have choose this one, and also I got the AMI ID and description also canonical Ubuntu 20.04 LTS. So this is that image description. Okay. And now just scroll down, and here also instance type. I always for the demo purpose I choose that t2.micro. This is also free tier eligible. So you can choose that free tier eligible. And for key pair login, I have to create one key pair. Okay. So for that, you can see that by in the drop down, earlier demo I created Windows system, Windows key pair to these two key pair for different for the Windows system. But here operating system is totally different, right? Not Windows, the Linux based operating system. So that's why I have to create one new key pair. So just click new key pair. You have to click over there. You have to click create new key pair. This option, okay? You have to click. Just click, and you can see the key pair name. Here you have to provide your key pair. So here I am write Ubuntu key pair. Okay, any name you can provide. That not a big deal. Any name you can add, and also key pair type is RSA, and also that private key file format the .pm. So as of now we are good to go. Just click on this option, that is your create key pair. Okay, just click on the create key pair, and this key pair please kept in your separate place for the future use case. I require this key pair. With the help of this key pair, I logged in inside the system. I logged in inside the EC2 instance. Okay, so you can see in the download section Ubuntu key pair recently downloaded. Just go over there. You can just go over there. Okay, you can go over there and you can and you can see I already just it's recently downloaded that Ubuntu keep here. Just cut and you have to just keep is your one place, right? You can add inside that folder. Okay, so you can see that ubuntu keypair.pm file is there. I kept this file in separate folder. Okay, let's move to the dashboard. And network setting, you can create your own security group, and we have to allow that SSH traffic, and the port is 22. And earlier it was showing that RDP, right? In that Windows, it was showing RDP, but here it is showing SSH. For secure connection, I will the by default port is that SSH 22, and also I have to select allow HTTPS traffic from the internet. That port is 443, and I have to allow that HTTP traffic from the internet. That is the by default port is 80. Okay, that's three ports I have to add it. If I will not add, then your web browser will not be available. Okay, so if you have to add in the security group, and same thing will be visible to your when you edit inbound rule. Na? This is my inbound rule. Do not need to touch the outbound rule. That is as of now it is okay, but we have to configure our inbound rule where I can provide the port. Suppose you are working in the RDS or SQL server, right? So you have to open this port. You have to using the MongoDB. You have to open this port. Okay. So as of now, I just allow these three ports, and this is for the different purposes. Okay. And anywhere means 0.0.0 means anywhere it can be accessible, but in the real world scenario, anywhere not be there. So you have to specify that port range, and you have to specify that IP range, and that also available from your client. Okay. So I think as of now we are okay, and configure store 8 root volume. They have given by default 8 GB root volume, and that type is GP2. There are different type of SSD, right? So here this SSD is by default is GP2, and size is 8 GB, 8 GB. Okay. I hope everything is fine as of now. Okay, I have selected this one, and how many number of instances you want to create at the time of instance, at the time of initialization, right? So as of now, I can choose one. You can choose 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you can. Okay, right? So at a time, 8 instances will be running. So here I am choosing only one instance, and minus is not taking. You can see minus instance, it's showing the validation error, it's not coming. So you can go one. Okay. Now you have to, and first before going to create, click on launch instance, you have to see that software image, virtual server type, T2 node, micro, firewall, storage, volumes type, everything is showing over there. So we are okay, we can go and launch the instance. Just click launch your instance. And you can see that launching instance is work in progress. So creating security group rules, launch initialization, initiation. So and now everything is done, and we have successfully initiated launch of instance. Okay. So just go to your EC2, and here you can see that your instance running. Go to your instance running, and you cannot see that new instance because I created that filter, right? So just click create filter. You just remove the filters, and you can see that Ubuntu OS, this instance is running pending, right? Just refresh, and it will take some time. And it will take some time, 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 and it will take some time And now tell me one thing. If I this instance is running, right? I have selected that Ubuntu OS. I have that public IP. I also open that port, right? So now if I will hit the browser, this with that IP address, can I see anything or not? So please write in that comment box, or you can share your thought what it is showing or not, right? So as me means it will not be work, it will not be showing anything because you just created your OS operating system, but it's a black box, bare metal, right? It does not, we cannot install the web server, we cannot configure the web server inside that operating system, right? So I saw many times the folks that click that public IP and just hit the browser and try to expect some web pages is coming. But this is not the real case. You have to, Ubuntu is not a web server, it's an operating system. Like Windows is one of the operating system. Ubuntu is one of the operating system, right? And in that operating system, you have to store, you have to configure something which means other software can understand, right? You have to host, you have to configure the server, right? You can configure Apache server, you can configure nginx, you can configure Tomcat. So that is different kind of server you can configure, but this is the operating system, right? So my operating system is ready. I am not denying this thing, but I cannot uh, I cannot see my web pages. I cannot see my website. Okay, because I have to explore. I have to configure that web server inside that, right? Now, as of now, everything is okay. We have to wait for the status check, and we can also see that 2 by 2 checks are passed. So that means we are okay as of now. Next stuff is that we have to connect, means we have to go inside that server. Okay. So here you cannot get any RDP because this is not the Windows Ubuntu. So let's see how we can go inside the server. So you can go and click on connect. Okay. And you can see 4 tabs are showing. EC2 instance connect, session manager, SSH client, EC2 serial console. So if the first tab that I'm going to explore, so this is that instance ID and the public IP and that username. By default, you remember that username is Ubuntu. Okay, by default user is Ubuntu. You can also provide your custom username. And let's the session manager, you can also explore or configure your Ubuntu with that help of session. That instruction is given below. But I am most interested and also most secure connectivity is that SSH client. That is more secure and standard process that we have to use. Okay. So for that, uh, and this is the EC2 instance connect. That means you can go and connect your user, means your instance, your operating system, your Ubuntu through the browser. Okay, but this is I really not recommended this thing. If you click na, so you can see one new tab will be opened and browser will be authenticated. That in everything will be showing inside the browser. Okay, you just go and click connect. Okay, you can see it is connecting, right? EC2 instance connect. Everything is going through the browser, and this is less secure. I'm not really not like this kind of connectivity. It's for the quick use case. You can take as a new thing, but I cannot explore these things. Means I cannot like these things. Okay, so I prefer mostly this way. Just go, sorry, and just select the Ubuntu OS system and click on connect. Okay, and I prefer that SSH client, and you can see there are a couple of instruction is given. So open an SSH client, locate your private key, the key used to launch these instances, ubuntu key pair. I have already this key pair, right? Run this command, blah, 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 everything is given. You have to 400, you have to provide that authenticate power to Ubuntu key pair system, then you can use the public DNS. So everything is one command, right? You can copy this command ssh minus I and Ubuntu key pair. This is your PM file and this is your DNS name. Okay, just copy and please make sure from where you are running this command. Now, in that folder, in that folder, Ubuntu underscore key underscore pair, these files should be present. Otherwise, it will not work. You just don't go and copy blindly from any location. It will not work until and unless your PM file should be present over there. So just go over there, just click, and you have to go in the EC2 and just right click, and you can see git bash. So you have to configure that git bash. If you have the git bash, you have to configure that one, or otherwise you can go and put the cmd in the command prompt. Okay, and you just write cmd, and you can see one command prompt will be opened. You can see this is my command prompt with this location that will be coming. Okay, and you just paste this command ssh minus I ubuntu key pair. Let's see. And you can see that it will ask the authenticity of host cannot be established. You have to first fingerprint ECDS as a key fingerprint that they have to validate. So you have to write yes. Okay. And warning, and you can see it's not coming because you cannot access. Okay, let's see. That is the reason I have used that git bash, because it's a Linux operating system, right? And it can be understood. Means in the top, this command is for the Linux based command, right? So that is, and where your git, this is your git bash, right? But inside your git bash, you also run your Linux command. So that you have to keep in mind. Although it is git bash in the Windows, but git bash support Linux command. You can just go and paste. Okay, same command I'm going to paste over there. Just enter. Okay, and you can see we are inside that Ubuntu operating system. You can see IP address, that is the private IP address, and we have to validate. This is the command prompt of your Ubuntu system, right? You are inside that Ubuntu operating system. So let's validate, and so go to instances. Okay, and just click, and you can see private IP 172.31.30.230. So you can see Ubuntu IP 172.31.30.230. So that is the private IP address is showing, right? Just clear the screen. So everything is clear over there. Now, next task, we have to do something new. That means we have to configure the Apache web server over there. So for that, what we have to do, you have to update. So whenever you are inside new bare metal branded operating system, right? You are inside that bare metal system. You don't have anything installed over there. It's a black box. I don't have anything. So you have to update the packages, right? So that command is sudo apt update. sudo I'm adding because I am given the admin privilege of this user. Okay, you have to write sudo apt update and just click on enter or hit the enter. If you don't want to write sudo apt update, then you have to first change the prompt to normal user to admin user. So write sudo ac, and if you add that sudo ac and just hit enter, and you can see once slash hash mark is coming. That means it is my admin privilege I have already given. Okay, this is my admin privilege. So here you can write apt update. Here you no need to write the sudo because I already provide that admin privilege. Every comment will be executed over there. Okay, so apt update, just click on enter, and you can see that operating system, the packages, first time it is going to update. Okay, so it will take few minutes for update all the things, and after that I will do some new things. Okay, you can see reading packages, building dependency tree, 36 packages can be upgraded. You have to run apt list upgradable, and when everything is done, they will return back to your prompt. Okay, this is my prompt where I have started. So that means this command is successfully run in my system. That's not an issue. Next, we have to install Apache 2. Very small and one line comment, that is, don't worry, every comment I will add in the description box, so you will get from there. You can write apt install and your Apache 2. Okay, just hit enter. I am not writing sudo because I am already in the admin privilege mode, so I did not want not required for adding the sudo. So sudo space AC, and you can change your prompt to normal mode to admin mode, right? And just click on enter. And you can see it started, and it will ask after this operation, this disk space will be used. So 8181 KB disk space will be allocated for that server, right? Do you want to continue? Yes, I want to continue. Just press Y and hit enter. And you can see packages are reading, progress 93%, enable sort, and it will create the symlink. Okay, and create the symlink and processing your triggers, and it will, when everything is done, and it will return back to my command prompt. Okay, this is my Ubuntu system. Now I have to start the Apache service. So first I have to check Apache service is running or not. So the command is systemctl status apache 2. Okay, first before going to install, I have to check the status. And one more thing that I want to share, if you want to get back to the previous command, just press keyboard's upper arrow key. Okay, you can press upper arrow key and you can see that previous command you can get. Okay, so if you want to get the previous command, no need to write again. You just go back to your upper arrow key and down arrow key for the next command you will get from that help of Windows keyboard, right? So first you have to check systemctl status Apache 2. Okay, and you can see Apache 2 is running. That means I don't need to start this thing, it already running. Now my question is that in this situation, am I will be able to see that Apache server some new screen in the browser? So let's see. Just go in that Ubuntu OS and copy your public IP. Just copy and go new tab and just paste and hit the enter. You can see my default Ubuntu page is there. By default, this page is there, and this web page is located in that var www html index.html. So you should replace this file for index.html. So this is the by default page, right? Like we already shown in the IIS also given by default page, right? Same Ubuntu has given this by default page. This is the by default page where that your index.html is located. And what we can do, we can go over there. And if I want to stop the service, you can write systemctl stop apache. Okay, so we can see it stopped. That the service is stopped. Okay, just go and hit try to access the browser and the website. Am I able to see the screen of the web page because I stopped the service? You can see that is not coming. That means I stop my service. Okay, the service is stopped. It cannot be accessible. And also you can check with the help of status. Okay, you can just press enter and you can see this line inactive dead. Okay, it's not showing. Earlier it was showing active running. Okay, you can see this text is highlighted more, huh? Active running, and here you can see active inactive dead. This is not active. So how we can active this thing? So again I can go and get this web page. So you can write systemctl. Okay, I think the response not coming. Don't worry, you just close it. You have that power, right? You have that command to run and explore these things once again. That not. And just a minute. I hope something. I will come with that. 1 minute. Yes, so it is logged out automatically. No issues. Okay, so go to your EC2 instance. Go to your EC2 instance and just click on connect. Click on connect. Okay. Yes, so